but where did it start? Where did you guys find that, you know what, this might be a career for me? Because, you know, people come and go in wrestling. It's been a long time. You guys had to look at it and go, all right, I think I can dedicate myself to this. Because if you're running to track, like, you have to love it. You obviously love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, her story is a little bit different from mine. Like, she kind of started, like, you know, she was actually doing CrossFit before this. I'll let you tell that's your story.
Yeah.
She was doing CrossFit before this.
Yeah, I didn't really watch wrestling growing up. Like, I'm one of the, it's getting more, like, I guess, a lot more people, they're recruiting a lot more collegiate athletes that aren't into wrestling. But before that, I was like one of the rare ones who really didn't watch wrestling growing up. Like, it wasn't my lifelong dream to be a wrestler, you know. I ran track in college. After college, I was doing CrossFit, and I was like, I've been an athlete my whole life, and I just forgot to have fun doing it. I was just grinding and trying to get scholarships and trying to win. So I was doing CrossFit, and I started making and designing my own outfits, and I was going out there like tutus and big old like capes, and I was grabbing the microphone and talking to the audience. And Mark Henry, the WWE Hall of Famer, he saw a video of me, and he's like, you're basically doing what wrestlers doing. You're wearing wrestling gear and entrance pieces, and you're turning cartwheels, and before you're power clean and jerking. And I was like, I understood the performance part of it. And he's like, have you ever thought of being a wrestler? And I'm like, not really. I was watching Total Divas at the time, and I made a joke with my mom, like, oh, maybe I could be a wrestler, but it was just kind of joking about it. And he was like, well, I think you can do it. You have the athleticism, you have the look, you have the personality, you're wearing wrestling gear, you're talking on the mic. He's like, I can get you a tryout, but I can't get them to hire you. And I did 2 tryouts, and I had no idea what I was doing. And then they hired me, and then I fell in love with it. So it kind of, I always say, it kind of found me. It's like kind of like how my husband, like, he's my soulmate. And when I met him, I was like, oh, where have you been my whole life? It was kind of the same thing with wrestling. Like, it found me.
Wrestling.
Yeah, he was my wrestling, but wrestling found me, and then I was like, wow, where's this been my whole life? Like, now I've fallen in love with it. So yeah, that was my story. I wasn't really.
Would you be like a power lifter right now if you didn't get into wrestling?
Probably, yeah. Like, cause I was training for CrossFit. I made it to regionals within my first year. The second year, I was trying to go to the CrossFit Games, and I was trying to do powerlifting, and I actually ended up getting injured. Oh. And so I was sitting out a year, and that's when the second tryout, WWE came to me, and were like, we want to bring you for another tryout. And I was like, I don't think I can do it because I'm injured. But I was like, what do I have to lose? And I went to the tryout, and I didn't feel my injury once. And it was the weirdest thing ever. Like, I never felt it once.
After?
During my tryout.
Yeah, like you were saying, like, you don't feel anything once your music starts.
Yeah.
It was kind of like...
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, well, this is meant to be. But yeah, if I wasn't doing this, I'll probably be powerlifting somewhere, doing CrossFit somewhere, trying to make it to the games.
Is CrossFit like on a decline because it's like too dangerous?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it like much since I got into WWE, but I feel like it was really, really big when I was doing it.
Huge.
And I think it's been like a change of guard, and it's been a bunch of stuff that's happened, and so I don't really see it as much as I used to. But I, like, even to this day, I'll still do CrossFit type training. Which is what, like, for people that don't know? It's like extreme sets, it's reps? Like circuits, extreme, sets. It's like lifting weights, but doing circuits at the same time. You're using like full body movements, burpees, type of thing, snatches. So it's like full body movement, a lot of gymnastic stuff, but I'll tone that down because I don't want to get injured. But it's kind of like the closest thing to wrestling that you can kind of mimic as far as like endurance and power, like moving your body
moving around the ring, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like explosiveness is kind of what you're working on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what CrossFit is? The reason why we are building shakes sometimes.
Yeah,
we have a CrossFit gym guy. I'm like, hey man, can you throw it the other wall? He goes, no.
They're like throwing.
That's where we moved our set.
They're throwing like medicine balls at the floor.
Oh, so y'all probably hear.
Oh,
they're probably throwing on the wall too for wall balls.
That's why I went over there. Can you put it on that wall? He goes, nope. I've been here for 10 years. I'm not doing my jerk, man. So that's why we moved the set. That's why we're in here instead of out there. So I'm like, dude, we can't stop it.
You guys moved on just like she did.
Yeah, but I'm done. It's okay. They're all buff in there. Okay, so how did you fall into wrestling? Because I saw. We're not going to skip past it. There's a Marine fitness test.
Have you done that?
Yeah. I'm talking about the
I just read it on the thing. It says perfect score on the marine fitness test.
yeah. So every year the United States. So every year, like, you know, the Marines would have like a fitness test you would take, and basically you have to run 3 miles, but you have to run 3 miles in less than 18 minutes to get a 100% score.
Okay.
You have to do at least 20 pull-ups to get over 100% score, and you will also have to do over like 100 sit-ups in like a certain period of time. So I always got like perfect score every year, and that was just due to the track background, and everybody thought I was crazy because to get 100%, like you had to run like 18 minutes. But in my unit, I was running like 16:30s and everything like that. So they was, you know, I eventually started doing like, you know, track on base, the cross country on base, just because that's all I did. Like ever since I was a kid, I was running. But I also watched wrestling. I've been watching this since I was like a tadpole. Like I was like 8 years old, and like the first person I saw was actually the Godfather.
Oh, my homie's friends with him actually.
Godfather.
He's cool, man. Godfather's big shit.
Yes, deceptionally big. Like you don't really realize how big. Like
table,
seriously, like a noble steed. And so like he's the first person I saw because like, you know, I saw this pimp walking out there with like this green vest. I mean, this purple vest, these green pants, and then, you know, he had his hoes. He had his hoes. I call it entourage. He had his hoes with him. And I was like, what is it? And the whole crowd was like vibrant. It's like all these signs. I'm like, what is happening? It's like a different atmosphere. And like he would come out there and he would do the whole train. He would win, and then he would leave out with his entourage. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So like, ironically, Godfather's first person I saw, but the first person that actually like draw me into wrestling, made me like believe. Not saying it wasn't the Godfather, but The Rock. I feel like at that time, like he was just like on like
Heel
this
era
run,
or like the Rock era.
You know what?
I liked it when he started being the good guy more.
I like the good guy, but I actually like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like when he came back from Hollywood, and everybody was like mad that he was leaving and coming back. He's like, this after everything I've given you, this is how you treat me? I'm trying to go out here and be successful. This is how you treat me for coming back home? You know, but it was always The Rock. His style, the way he talked, you know, his charisma, like the matches he put on, but also he talked just like Muhammad Ali. And I love Muhammad Ali, and like the way The Rock like presented himself, you know, was always kind of like emulated off of that. So yeah, it was always The Rock. And then I grew up, obviously, but when I graduated high school, I went straight to the military because I was doing ROTC those 4 years. And I wanted to wrestle, but I didn't know how to get into wrestling. And also I wanted to be smart. Like I don't want to just rely on wrestling as like my primary job. I need to do something to keep this dream going, but also this cash flow going. So since I did ROTC the 4 years, I did the Marines. Did boot camp, and when I finished boot camp, I was already a rank higher than most of my peers because I did ROTC for 4 years. So I ended up getting stationed in Camp Pendleton in California, which is really right down the street, and did military for 4 years. I did contracting on Coronado base for 2 years after that. So I kept kind of staying in the military, and in that process, I did 2 tryouts. On the first one, I was literally probably the size I am now. They say you speak well, but maybe, you know, put on some size. And I'm like, oh, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to try everything possible that, you know, if they tell me no, I've done everything I could. And I could walk away from this dream, you know, with a clear conscience. Literally in that next year, I put on like 60 pounds.
Jesus.
Of muscle?
Muscle. Some fat, but I put on size. I don't want like a completely different person. I came in there massive. Did the tryout the same way, all the same drills, but a whole lot more blown up. And they actually signed me on that second tryout. And I was actually there one of the last times Dusty Rhodes was there.
Oh wow!
And they took me upstairs to a promo class. It was a crazy day. I saw Dusty Rhodes that day. They took me upstairs to the promo class, and I actually met my tag team partner that I'm here with now that very same day. By accident, too, because I thought the promos were in the morning. So I came in there. I thought promos in the afternoon. So I came in there with workout clothes and compression shorts and some moccasin shoes. And I was so mad because I wanted to look tooted and booted. Went upstairs with some house shoes on, and they sat me there in front of the class and said, hey, he's probably finna come on with us. And they looked at Docs and said, hey, Docs, you and him would be great tag team partners. You guys wore house shoes everywhere. And like literally like.
That was it? So now two-time tag team champions.
We just came to
the house shoes.
make some
Dogs still wearing
history.
house
And dogs still wearing house shoes, after all this time. But that's pretty much like how it all happened, like in a short,
Yeah.
story.
So would you still be in the military if it didn't happen?
100%. And we talk about all the time. I would still probably be in the military. It's kind of like all I know, but also like, the security, the job security.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. It's a constant paycheck. It's benefits for the family and the kids.
And the hardest part is like, the physical part of being a soldier is the hardest part. I feel it's like, that's what I do anyway, right?
But that's why wrestling, like now, I'm just like, I've been used to doing it for so long. Just like, being an athlete, you're used to like being sore, used to training, you're used to just doing all this. You're always hurt.
Not injured.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll never forget that. That makes a lot of sense, man. I could deal with it.
You're not always going to be 100%, but you got to perform like you are 100%. So that's
sure.
essentially what it is.